In the final two stanzas, we can see a reconciliation in the poet's mind with his friend's death. It seems that the poet is coming to terms with the harsh reality that Lycidas has indeed gone away and fills himself with the hope and faith that he is accompanied by angels and saints in heaven, and so there is no more reason for him to weep, or any of the shepherds and the nature needs no more weeping, because it is a happy thing that he is now gone to heaven. So the 10th stanza asks the shepherds, the woeful shepherds, to weep no more, because Lycidas, even though he has physically sunk beneath the watery floor, the sun or the day star sinks in the watery floor or the ocean bed every day. Yet, from the west, the sun or the day star goes to the east and comes back with a risen head and adds bright glory to the morning sky proudly. So, this symbol of sunrise symbolizes the taking away of Lycidas's spirit from the earth to heaven. Okay, just like the sun or the day star droops its head and sinks in the west and rises in the east the next morning happily and gloriously, just like that, Lycidas has sunk his drooping head beneath the watery floor, but now he has risen into heaven. And so this is not a matter of sorrow, but it is a matter of joy. Lycidas, even though he has sunk low, he is mounted high because of the power of him that walked the waves. Now, the person who has walked fearlessly through the waves is Jesus Christ. So, Milton emphasizes the Christian faith that every believer after death is taken along with Christ's power to heaven. So, there in heaven, the blessed kingdoms, he, Lycidas, hears the nuptial songs, that is, the marriage between earth and heaven, happens after one's death when the spirit reaches heaven. In the blessed kingdoms, he is accompanied with saints, sweet societies. It is a place of joy and love. And so, this mere thought consoles the poet from wiping his tears away. So, he asks the shepherds to weep no more, because now onwards Lycidas is going to be the genius of the shore, the guardian spirit of the shore, and from henceforth he would be there taking care of the people who wander in the perilous flood. If a person, a sailor, happens to be in a storm or in a dangerous situation in the sea, from now on Lycidas is going to invoke the blessings of God in the name of the people or the sailors wandering in the perilous floods, like a guardian spirit. So there is a direct apostrophe made to Lycidas here, because he addresses Lycidas as the genius of the shore. Thou art the genius of the shore, and thou are going to be good to all that wander in that perilous flood. And as we reach the final stanza, the 11th stanza, we can see a concluding note where the poet says that in this way, the uncouth swain, the mourner, the shepherd, poet, who was Lycidas's beloved friend, he in this way sang the song, the elegy, to the oaks and rills, and in the morning he is now getting ready to move on with his life by wobbling his Doric lay, or by laying out his elegiac poem in the pastoral form. He has given the tribute to his beloved friend, and now it is morning. The sun is stretching out. Sorry, now it is evening, and the sun is stretching out all over the hills and dropping into the western bay. This is the last words of tears that the poet has shed, and now he rises, getting ready with his robes. Tomorrow to fresh woods and pastures new. So now we can see that the sorrowful tone of the poem has given way to a fresh hope, and the poet's decision to continue living his life looking forward to the newer pastures and to the fresh woods that he is going to go from the next day onwards. So, in this way, the pastoral elegy comes to an end. Doric lay here means the pastoral elegy. Doric is an ancient Greek dialect in which poets like Theocritus used to write, and we have already seen that Theocritus founded the pastoral form of poetry. So, in this way, the poet says that he has finished singing his Doric lay, his pastoral poem, and now getting ready to go into the fresh woods and new pastures for the next morning. In short, Lycidas as a pastoral poem adheres closely to the conventions of the pastoral elegy with very beautiful invocations to the muses, flower passage, the mourning of the nature, and all that. Even though it has certain digressions that may seem misfit, but certainly adhering closely to the Puritan beliefs of the poet Milton. The digressions on faith and the corrupt clergy and all that comes into relevance here because at the time of his death by drowning, actually Edward King had aspirations as a poet and as a clergyman. So the corrupted clergy comes to relevance in this poem just because of that. Also, Milton has expressed his Christian beliefs and scholarship in Greek mythology well in this pastoral poem, Lycidas. Thank you.